a handicap chase on heavy ground. Firebird Flyer, Conor Orr rides for Evan Williams, Edmund Keane, Jamie Moore for Peter Bowen, Smiles for Miles, Tom Skew and David Pipe, Bob Ford, Paul Townend rides.
Ziga Boy is on the upgrade, 5-1. Global Power, dead consistent, solid 4-1 favourite. King Massini 16, Tarraco 20, and Gorgehous Liege, made for a test like this, well fancied at 6-1.
Let's have a look at how that.
Racing away for the Betway West at Wales at National. 3.5 miles, and they've got 20 fences to take on the heavy ground here this afternoon at Ffos. Starting at the top of the home straight, 4 to take up the straight then, and pretty prominent early is Bob Ford in the red and yellow. Landed over the first with the lead from Gorgehous at Liege. A couple of lengths then back to Smiles for Miles, the green colours of Tarraco, as they come to the first open ditch in the contest. Bob Ford the leader from Gorgehous at Liege, Tarraco over in third position, and then Smiles for Miles, ahead of Ziga Boy, and then Firebird Flyer. Further back is King Massini, then Lock Bar. Behind Lock Bar is Global Power, yellow colours with the nose band, and the back marker early on is Edmund Keane. They've all safely negotiated the first 3 fences in the contest. There's Bob Ford and Paul Townend, already with a winner on the board here this afternoon, who lead the field. From Gorgehous Liege over in second, Tarraco in third. Jockey of Lock Bar briefly calling a cab there, Andrew Thornton, but remains in one piece as they come up by us with 2 circuits to go. So Bob Ford leads the way from Gorgehous Liege in second, Tarraco back in third, and Smiles for Miles ahead of Lock Bar. Ziga Boy then down towards the rail. Between horses is Firebird Flyer, who finished runner-up in this race 12 months ago. Then Global Power to the outside of him. King Massini then back towards the running rail. As they turn into the far side, it's Edmund Keane and the birthday boy Jamie Moore, the back marker of the West Wales National Field. Into the far side they head then, and towards 4 fences down the far side. In front, Bob Ford, in a bid to make all the running. He leads the way by 1 length to Gorgehous Liege in second place. And then Tarraco on the outside of Smiles for Miles. 3 lengths away to Lock Bar and Ziga Boy, and King Massini and Global Power behind him as they come to take the first in this line down the back straight. Firebird Flyer second to last, and the back marker Edmund Keane just slightly nudged along as well. Now another plain one, and Bob Ford continues to show the way, and Smiles for Miles. Gorgehous Liege between that one, out wider is Tarraco to complete the leading 4. Then Lock Bar with Global Power. Behind Global Power, King Massini towards the inside with Ziga Boy. Then Firebird Flyer. Tarraco made a bad mistake at the open ditch there. Gets away with it though, as they now race towards the final fence over on the back straight today. Smiles for Miles, Gorgehous Liege, and now Bob Ford just relegated to a close-up third over this fence from Tarraco. 3 lengths away to King Massini, and then Ziga Boy from Lock Bar and Global Power wider, and Edmund Keane just about marker, preceded by Firebird Flyer as they go by this fence, which has been omitted on the steeplechase course here this afternoon. Out in front, it's Gorgehous Liege, for last year's winning stable, that of Venetia Williams, took it last year with Emperor's Choice. Gorgehous Liege already a national winner himself, he took the Southern National earlier on this season. Leading here under Callum Williams at the moment, Gorgehous Liege. From Bob Ford, and then Smiles for Miles, who's won 3 out of his 5 at starts over steeplechase fences so far. Then Tarraco's back in 4th, ahead of Lock Bar, who won at Wincanton last time. Global Power wider from him. Then King Massini from Edmund Keane. Behind Edmund Keane then is Ziga Boy. So race towards the first in the line up the home straight for the second time. Bob Ford regaining a share of the lead on the inside of Gorgehous Liege. Smiles for Miles close up in third. Tarraco's in 4th, but from Lock Bar, who's in a little close to that one. Lock Bar got away with it though. Global Power to the outside of runners, and Edmund Keane and Ziga Boy and Firebird Flyer racing towards another open ditch now. Bob Ford landed in the lead. Oh, we've got one down at the back though, unseating rider Firebird Flyer. Last year's runner-up is out of the race. Firebird Flyer has gone at that fence. Jockey quickly up and walking away. Conor Orr, horse continues riderless as they raced over that one, which will be the second last next time round. So Bob Ford continues to have a prominent role here. He has a clear lead again now as they race towards this next fence. Number 12 off their 20. Great lead there from the leader. Bob Ford shows by about 3 or so lengths. to Gorgeous Liege in second position. Back in third, Smiles for Miles. And then King Massini and Adam Wedge in fourth from Global Power and Leighton Aspel. Between that pairing is Tarraco, 1.5 lengths away to Ziga Boy. He's been held up through the contest along with Edmund Keane and Lockbar, the last one of those who remain. So they're turning out to the far side now. They have 9 more fences left to take in the Betway West Wales National of 2015. And Bob Ford leads, but only just ahead again from Gorgeous Liege. 3 lengths away to Smiles for Miles. A further 4 lengths back to King Massini. And 2 further lengths back to Ziga Boy. Another length and a half away to Global Power. Tarraco's under pressure and losing ground. Edmund Keane now just going by it along with Lockbar, but both that pair are also just coming under a bit of pressure. Racing towards 9 out, Bob Ford the leader. From Gorgeous Liege over in second, Smiles for Miles has landed in third. 4 lengths away to King Massini, then Ziga Boy all the time is creeping closer, Ziga Boy. 5 lengths away then to Global Power, also looking to inch into it, then Edmund Keane. That's another plain one now, Smiles for Miles, a slight mistake, and so too Global Power. Lockbar the last one to clear that one as they race down towards the next open ditch. Tarraco was pulled up at the back of the field, the penultimate ditch now. Bob Ford and Gorgeous Liege pretty much together there. From Smiles for Miles, who's landed in third position. Ziga Boy is then back in fourth. King Massini's next. In front then of Edmund Keane, who's firmly driven along. Pulled up at the back of the field was Lockbar as they race now over this next fence, and also pulled up at the back was Global Power. So it's Bob Ford who leads now a depleted field. He shows by half a length down towards the end of the far side for the final time. Gorgeous Liege is once again on terms and now just puts his head in front. Gorgeous Liege just ahead of Bob Ford. They're about 4 lengths clear then from Smiles for Miles, who's back in third position as they take the far bend again. It's then a further couple away to Ziga Boy, then Edmund Keane is looking to keep on for pressure, and King Massini is the last one standing. Back towards home they go, 4 more fences left to take, and Bob Ford in front with Gorgeous Liege. These two have always been prominent for much of the journey. They're about 8 lengths clear now from Smiles for Miles. Then round the outside is Edmund Keane. Ziga Boy is now hard under pressure back in fifth, and then King Massini. So 4 to take, and Bob Ford leads just ahead of Gorgeous Liege on the swing back in. Gorgeous Liege near side, Bob Ford to the far side. At 4 out there's going to be absolutely nothing to choose between them. Bob Ford and Gorgeous Liege, 4 from the finish. They jump it as one. In front here by a good 20 lengths clear from Edmund Keane. Smiles for Miles has refused, and also Edmund Keane has been pulled up. So there's only 2 left going now as they race towards the final open ditch, and over it Bob Ford just in front, the loose horse between him and Gorgeous Liege, and Bob Ford is travelling oh so much better than Gorgeous Liege on the run towards 2 out, preceded by the loose horse. Bob Ford held together in front. He leads by 4 lengths to Gorgeous Liege at the penultimate fence, and he pops it nicely, and surely he's only got to jump the last to win now. Gorgeous Liege is hard at work to just maintain the gallop. There's nothing else left going. Bob Ford is cantering down towards the 20th and final fence. All he's got to do is jump the fence to win, and he has done. Bob Ford is over safely. Gorgeous Liege isn't going to jump the final fence. He didn't take the final fence, so Bob Ford's going to finish alone. He'll be the only one to get round. Bob Ford for Rebecca Curtis and Paul Townend, the pair double up on the card today, as Bob Ford is the only horse to finish. He wins the Betway West Wales National.
Wow, that was almost a war of attrition, and Bob Ford has won that war. You can see he's got the hood on to keep his ears nice and